Here's the reason why you're playing small, and you know that you're playing small. And I'm not going to give you all of the things that you've heard in the past, because you're someone right now that's tried the podcast. You're someone who's read the books. You're someone who's maybe gone out of their comfort zone and just worked a little bit, then you've got back into your shell. You've had success in the past, but now, for some reason, you're not getting that reward anymore. And you know deep down what it is. And I'm going to break it down to you today. Now, that person who was back then, who was thriving, that person warranted it back then. But the version that you are today is not getting those results. And there's a reasoning why this has happened to you. You've lost your drive. You've lost your motivation. You've lost your mojo. You've lost this result of the fear that used to be there. You would remove that. The fear comes to you today, and it starts to overwhelm you. It starts to frustrate you. And I'm going to break it down to you today. And it's the biggest one out of everything that I teach everyone all the time. And it's changing your state. It's changing your energy. It's changing the way you want to feel. Because when you change the way you feel, the actions that you do are far greater. There's more intention involved. There's more commitment to why you're doing it. And I'm going to say this to you right now. Let's just break it down in, if you went to a concert. If you went to a concert right now and, maybe the old bands, maybe Bon Jovi or maybe someone like Bruce Springsteen, I can't even say his name right. But when he starts performing, let's say Beatles, okay, or Elvis Presley, when they started performing on stage, people connected to them. People felt their energy. People felt what it was they were doing, which made you connected to the music more, which you bought into the music more. Now, let's just say, for instance, there's people today who are performing and they're not even singing on stage. They're actually miming the words and they're not connected to the music. They're not connected to the vibe and they're not even connecting to the crowd. And they're thinking, I deserve all that money. I deserve all those rewards. I deserve all of the return on my output. But they know deep down their heart's not in it. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question right now. The person when he started, when he was thriving, when he had goals, when he had tension, when he was energetic, his heart was in it. I'm going to ask you right now, is your heart in it? Is your heart in it right now? There's something that has happened to you, events that have happened to you, which have slowly but surely started pulling apart parts of you. And you need to identify now, is it that you're not doing the output that you want, or is it the fact that you're not the version of yourself you should be? The way that you can overcome this, the way that you can break this down is actually getting clear again on who you have to become and who needs to show up every day. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. So when I started playing rugby over in Australia or in Leeds Rhinos and I got to the professional level, I realized when you're at this level where everyone's extremely good, the skill set's extremely strong, you realize pretty quickly that there's not much difference between you and them, as in the standard is so high. But I used to see certain players on the field and I'd go, oh my gosh, they're just so gifted. They're so natural. It's like a flow to them. They're not even trying. If I tried to replicate that, I'd probably break a part of my body, or I'd pull a muscle, or I just wasn't capable of doing those things. But I thrived and thrived on certain things like efforts, communication. I'd try and punch above my weight. And that was my way of proving my worth. Not because I was a freakish player, but hard work was my way of getting over the line. But the biggest thing that I didn't know was a skill. The biggest thing that I knew I had, but I used to shame that part of myself, was my gift on noticing the vibe was off, noticing that people are struggling, noticing that people are becoming negative. And I had a gift of transforming that. I had a gift of changing people's energy. I had a gift that you did this, it's going to get results. Because if you can change someone's energy and put it into a positive energy, you change the outcome. So the actions they do, the behaviors they do. And that's when they get better results. All down to energy. And that was my gift. So the biggest thing that I started to focus on and not shame anymore is recognizing that was my talent. And I was capable of going into a room, changing the energy and getting better results from people purely from the way that I behaved, the way that I connected with people and transformed that outcome. Now, there's a part of you that you know deep down that you have a talent that you've been ashamed of or you've been suppressing because of fear of what people think, because of fear of not wanting to hurt everyone. I'm going to tell you right now, when you put your balls on the line, when you put yourself out there, people are going to talk shit about you. People are going to start to say negative things about you. But there's going to be a lot of people out there that say a lot of positive things about you. And they are the ones that you want to work with. They are the ones that you want to connect with because you are being true to yourself. Now, I'm not going to tell you right now that you need to get uncomfortable, because I think that's a buzzword. I think that's a load of crap, because everyone's saying it right now. Get uncomfortable. But when they get uncomfortable, they just follow the crowd. They should just do what everyone else is doing, whether it's on social media, whether it's in life, whether it's this new trait, this new habit, this new whatever. They're just following the crowd, but they're not actually being themselves, because they're living a life of someone else's instead of being the person you need to become. Now, I want to ask you again, are you being true to yourself? Are you really getting out of your comfort zone? I don't even want to use that word anymore. I want to use the word, I want you to get out of your own box. I want you to get out of your own box, and I need you to stay in the mud longer. I need you to stay in the shit longer. I need you to stay in it and actually be the person you need to become in the mud. Not when life's easy, not when life's just getting by, but when stresses are happening to you, when life is happening to you, and you're still standing strong, because that version was happening at the start of your journey, when you were making the good money, the lovely house, the holidays, the cars, all of those things are happening to you. The reason why that's not happening now is because you're not doing those things anymore. And you're blaming X, Y, and Z, but you're the root of it all. And you can change this pretty quickly by changing your energy, by understanding what your strengths are, by putting your balls on the line more. And this is going to start to happen when you get clear on what it is you want again. When we get clear on what it is you want again, and you start to trickle it back and recognize where I'm stuck right now, the biggest thing that I do with people is I can reprogram their subconscious and make them change their behaviors and patterns and have this new energy about themselves. But once that happens, it's about shifting your focus on a day-to-day basis, putting your energy on things which are exciting you, instead of looking at the news, who died, what problems are going on in the world, the weather shit, X, Y, and Z. I don't care. I don't care. Get that away from me. I don't fucking care. But the thing that I care about is getting results for you. The thing that I care about is you being the best person as a partner, as a business owner, as a leader, for your team, your environment. But it starts with you. Now, from this, I'm asking you right now, are you ready to transform your life? Are you ready to get your mojo back? Are you ready to be a version of yourself that you look into the mirror and go, I'm proud of that person. I recognize that person again. I recognize that person again, and I want that again. Because everyone else loves a leader. Everyone needs that leader, and you are that leader if you want to become it again. So I'm telling you right now, is it X, Y, and Z that's stopping you, or is it actually your energy every day? Is it your actions every day? You know that you should be doing this. Right, guys? I work with 5 high achievers every month, people who want to get after it all the time, every month. And if you want to become one of those people that I work with on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, then simply go down into the comments, click the link, and sign up, and you're going to get some free information, free training, and an opportunity to have a discovery call with myself, and we'll go through everything and see if I can help you.